Row 1, you jerk! Row 1! Row 1! What's up, dudes? This is Cards of the Heart, and this is the Friday Night Salt Mines, a place where we can all come together and mull over old puzzle games. Well, next weekend is time for the penultimate monthly Tetris Attack speedrun tournament of the 2026 season. That is the Lungefish Open. I'm fresh off of wins in the Flying Wiggler Open and the Gargantua Blarg Open that just took place this past weekend. Might as well make it a three-peat and try for the Lungefish title and get hot right at the right time heading into major tournament season. How does that sound, dudes?
Dude!
And how was your Christmases? All the holidays that you dudes celebrate at this time of year. How are they going so far? Because my Christmas has been like largely uneventful, although I did get a not so small bonus from my work, so I'm feeling a little bit better about that actually. Just remembered I probably should move some money around, so I'm gonna do that,
dude,
for a second while I'm thinking about it. But what all have you been enjoying this long weekend so far? I'm hoping a lot of you have been enjoying an extended time away from your usual obligations, just as I'm getting to enjoy an extended time away from work. That is until the new year. I have all next week off from work as well, so I got time to enjoy whatever it is I feel like. Hey, Rana, what's up, dude?
Dude!
Alright. Move money around, make sure that my savings is all well and taken care of, and most certainly has. That was a nice gesture by the old ball and chain, and it got me some much needed space to rebuild the emergency fund, as it were, because man, was it getting drained from all the stuff I've been having to get lately, from car repairs to plumbing repairs to all sorts of life things. Life's very much been getting in the way of me doing a bunch of the things that I want to do. That said, I am still making some progress recording clips for my tutorial series. I got through a few clips yesterday, struggling through all of the food coma that I was experiencing from all the food I was eating, and food I'm still eating, and I'm still gaining weight over. Boy, that's gonna take a long time to go away. And right now, I basically have every Tetris attack clip that I want to record done. The only thing I don't have immediately at my disposal is a long play of every puzzle in the puzzle mode, which I'm not super looking forward to recording that for how droning it gets, how repetitive the puzzle mode gets. So I may or may not request a copy of the existing long play that's on YouTube, which should be a thing. Surely someone has made a long play of the puzzle mode. I do believe there exists a long play on YouTube that does the trick. There's also a task I may or may not want to avail myself to. Oh, there's one for the Game Boy version also. Yeah, I'm sure there's one for. I'm sure someone's recorded a long play for every puzzle mode in the series. So I may take that shortcut and not record it myself. In fact, I could probably just go back to one of my 100% runs of Pokemon Puzzle League and grab that video wherever I've got it. So that might be one less time-consuming thing I have to record. So my plan for the tutorial series was to record a bunch of clips from every game in the series that I regularly play, which includes getting Panepon, Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, Pokemon Puzzle League, and the Game Boy Tetris Attack. Those are all the games in the series that I primarily want to record clips from. Maybe I expand it to Nintendo Puzzle Collection if I feel particularly froggy, but I don't want to get too wild with the varieties of games that I put in, like, the overall big overview of how to play the series. I don't know if I want to make a separate video series on how to do Nintendo Puzzle Collection, because there's not a whole lot about it that's different from Pokemon Puzzle League. Yes, the way combo garbage is oriented does require you to change things up a little bit, but I don't know if it merits an entire series on how to play it on its own. It's not, unless it somehow ends up on the Nintendo Switch Online service, which I might have to consider actually eating sardines for once.
Sardines!
If Nintendo Puzzle Collection made it to the Switch Online. That would be wild. So, yeah. Until that happens, I'm probably not going to record a separate series on that. But I do want a variety of clips ready to insert into each lesson that I have planned. It's primarily going to be Tetris Attack and Pokemon Puzzle League that I intersperse clips from for the main tutorial lessons, because those are going to be the games that the dudes would be the most familiar with. Those are the games that I play the most. So those being the most familiar should be a good what's the term I'm looking for? A good landing point for new players to get started on. Don't want to alienate too many people too quickly, because honestly this series is kind of alienating as it is. It's kind of thing where you have to have played it a whole bunch in order to appreciate it, and I'm hoping the tutorial series will be able to change that. So that is the progress I've been making on the tutorial series this week. So I imagine next week I will give myself plenty of time to record Pokemon Puzzle League. Then I need to do something about Puzzle Challenge, because I'll just be real here. I've got my cart that I originally did speedruns on right here, and the cart battery died a while ago, and I've been meaning to solder on a new battery. I don't have a decent soldering kit to reattach a new battery to. So I'm not gonna do runs until the battery is secure. Otherwise, I would have to go to my flash cart to play Puzzle Challenge, and I don't know how accurate the random number generator will be on Puzzle Challenge on a flash cart. So I would rather just fix up this original cartridge, so that way I have something I can reliably hold a save for me to do runs on. And I'll also have to double check if there's a good way to dump the save contents. Like if I can flash the save data onto the new battery, that would save me a lot of trouble in like trying to get new data entered. But I don't know. I'm hoping to consider a whole bunch of that perhaps in the coming days. Perhaps I'll make some time next week to consider that, because I'm not gonna be recording clips all day. Like I can't really play more than a few hours at a time without my hands absolutely killing me. So I'm definitely going to have time to do other things, and I should make time to do some other things. Those are the things that are going to be going through my mind right now. Hopefully, for the rest of you dudes watching, you're just enjoying a holiday, enjoying some time off, and maybe next week won't sting as much. We'll see. Let's see here. What else is there to do and talk about? Admittedly, I am not that much of a yapper. Why is that? Why is my ad timer cut off? Let's fix that before getting in too deep into these things. Where did I even put that? I've got too many sources. I got too many things I can add. I got too many things I can change on this. Okay. Let me fix this. This I want to... like that. Alright. Hopefully that will stay like that. Or I'll probably have to adjust it again when I go back live again in another 2 weeks. Oh man. I dare say though, this intermittent streaming schedule is allowing me to get more motivated to record the tutorial stuff. Hoping that I can make something happen starting in March or maybe the end of April. I don't know. I've got so many things to prepare, and before I know it, the time will go away before I know how much of it I need to get done. So yeah, who knows how much focus I'll actually have. But I'm gonna go ahead and focus on some gameplay. So get this nice and adjusted. I actually got some old pillows that I'm sitting on for some extra padding. Man, oh man, has my cheese-heavy diet the past couple of days really messed with me. They're a little sore. Alright. It's time for some Tetris attack. Time to get it started right now. Alright, and Blaine here probably should not be the gym leader taking the stage this time. Should be Sabrina. There we go. Sabrina is the 7th stage in Pokemon Puzzle League, so for the tournament named after the 7th stage in Tetris Attack, she should be the one to start taking the charge. And if you want to change that, well, feel free to come over here on Twitch, hang out just by chatting. You're really encouraged to chat because it builds up more of those sardine points. Sardines! And you can use 1,000 of those points to change the look to another Pokemon Puzzle League character of your choice, or maybe a certain love fairy if you're some kind of freak.
You have been infected with the freak.
Indeed. Indeed you would be, but that option is out there. Let's get started. Let's get started with some Tetris Attack. Let's get started with the easy to V hard level, the level that will be played for the qualifying stage, which is what I am planning to do tonight. Let's get started. Hey, Sci-Fi, sup, dude?
Dude?
Sell some game audio. Alright then. As long as everything's going to function, let's get things functioning then. Start easy and work the way up to the hardest level. I'm gonna try to do it all under 30 minutes. So here we go. First run of the day, coming at ya right now. I'll have to fix that sound later. Yeah, I need a little bit more. Just try, there we go. get this playing through the correct audio cable. There we go. So maybe then you will hear Sabrina try to play with me at some point. Feel free to take that in whatever direction you like. Depending on which direction you go, you might end up getting Chris Hansen called on you. Do a little test.
I told you so.
Alright, it is playing. Good. Certainly no escaping Sabrina. Let's go up to a 4. Chain and 5 combo, and none of it really mattered. Poochie here is getting chains off the garbage. They say Poochie did nothing wrong. I don't see it. Poochie's always doing something wrong around here, dude.
Dude!
What am I doing here? Definitely like me starting with a few combos. Almost did enough for that stage. Easy mode usually demands a fair amount of extra garbage compared to the standard stage you'll be playing for most of this run. Majority of this run will have foes fall down to like 6 to 7 lines of garbage. 6 lines. Usually. I may need to do a little bit extra there. And that's fine. Under 20 seconds for easy mode is fine. So, well, I don't know. I thought Yoshi's Island made the claim that Poochie ain't stupid. At least I thought that was a Yoshi's Island thing. So, either Poochie is stupid, is not malicious about it, or Poochie ain't stupid and is just a dick. All right. See how this goes. Need 8 lines. Unfortunate. Some of these stages need 7 lines, some of them need 8 lines. And some of them will chain like nobody's business for no discernible reason, cause until the tail end of normal and hard mode, these opponents never learn how to make chains. Any chain these foes get is pure, unadulterated bad luck. Make this 8 combo because I'm probably gonna need it. Okay. This is whatever. This easy run is probably not going to go anywhere that I care about. Probably going to start with a 6:30-ish time, which would be extremely disappointing by my standards. Alright, let me get to focusing. Where this chain needs to go. Good job focusing on where the chain needs to go. Proceed to not make any chains of worth. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. I mean, this is a warm-up for all intents and purposes, so I don't expect to be doing any good. Times like this anyway. Try that. 2-4 combos during the chain were a bit much anyway. No, what do you mean you went down to row 4? Seriously?
Play with me.
This must have been how FFR Pro was feeling during his match with me in the tournament last week. He was getting hit with garbage clears.
You won't escape.
All over the place. Getting hit with opponents making chains on him. Of course, that would result in a massive amount of tilting. So as it turns out, I had like okay hard mode runs in that match, and FFR Pro just never finished a single one. It's got completely run out of the building. Hate to have matches play out like that. Rather, both players be operating at their peak. It's clear that something was off with FFR Pro on that day. Well, certainly that's enough. Of course you needed one more line. Of course you needed one more line. Oh well. Oh well. Actually not that easy to finish this level under 7 minutes. Mostly from how slow it operates at. Do that. That's good, right? And don't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. End up being quite precise, quite exact. 7 lines was good enough there, although mostly for normal mode I'm playing for 6. Sure, let's go with that. Okay. Okay, that's more or less how a normal mode stage should play. Just do that every time and you too can get a time close to 6 minutes. My best being a 5:58, and the record being a 5:55. For all intents and purposes, may not even be beatable at this point by the person who set the record. Unless you do some sort of work smarter, not harder mentality of RNG manipulating everything, which that is a goal of mine, to show how to manipulate your way through the entire run. Oh, stop getting chains, please. Because I don't like not knowing what precisely to do through these games. I want to be able to have some sort of plan. I would love to have some sort of specific plan, not just a general rule that we follow every single time. So yeah, one day I do have every intention of routing RNG manipulation for each of these levels. And maybe then there will be a work smarter, not harder way of beating through these levels, and we can just like relax and play the game against each other for fun instead of doing all these grinds. How to manipulate your RNG. Much as I would like to think that would sell well. Nice 12 with 8 lines sent. That was not an easy stage to do fast. Think How to Manipulate Your RNG would not be a movie that sells well. Yeah, the rank and file just do not care enough. Do appreciate everyone that does tune in to
I told you so.
appreciate this. Hey, sub 630, that's not bad with how that started. There we go. I do need to make sure that all the in-game graphics disappear on the fade to white, and then so the fade to black begins before I hit the reset button per the
I told you so.
rules of the category. Feel free to call me out if you think I have gone just a tad early. Let's see if that's enough. Sure does not look like it. And yeah, that's gonna be a chain. Was I watching? Was I watching and not doing? Well, I did something wrong. That's for sure. Holy lag chains! Crying out loud! Lakitu layered absolutely everything there to make a 4 chain. Jeez! You may never see that ever again, dude.
Dude!
That should be a 14? No, 13. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So that was a moment worth capturing for YouTube Shorts feed. By the way, to everyone watching, by all means, if you see any moments worth reliving, by all means, if you're on Twitch or YouTube, hit the clip button. And you should be able to make a fairly decently competent clip of said moment. And if it makes for a good clip, then I will put it on the channel. Credit you for it. And I don't even know if you can do it on mobile, or how you would. It's a very unfortunate part of how these platforms are doing things. They want to give you the opportunity to watch on mobile. They want to give you the opportunity to share moments. Why not give the mobile users opportunities to share the moments? Yeah, I don't fully understand it. I don't think I've done enough here. I think it wasn't timed correctly anyway. I was always going to take an extra chain to clean that up. But if you are fast enough, most of these foes should go down to 6 lines of garbage. And honestly, there's been a part of me trying to cut these chains down to X3s so that I don't even have to deal with the screen shake of garbage blocks even that big. But I'm not sure I can make enough combo garbage to make that consistent. Yoshi, my name is not. Okay, I don't have to be Yoshi to make 12-second stages, though. This is still a sub-5 Cave of Wickedness entry. 451 to be more precise. So, sub-7 might be on the table? Especially with combos that numerous on a chain that concise. Oh, that might be a problem. Okay, that's fine. Wow. You've got to be ready to send a lot, dudes. I'm not sure most people will be ready to send that much, but still got to be prepared for it. That's not enough. Is that enough? Okay, barely. Barely. And maybe sub 7's not as on the table as I was hyping it up to be. Let's see. Probably need that. Oh, that's a fair amount of hocus pocus. Gimmick going off.
You little shit!
He sure is, Kiara. He sure is. Man. Oh well. Oh well. You really can't win them all. How it goes for these puzzle games. Try that. Well, that's not enough. Or is it? Crush him! Crush!
Play with me.
Okay. Okay. Well, that would have been... That was one of the clips I was trying to record for my tutorial series. That would have been a lot easier to record it. Just from the regular runs I'm doing. Indeed.
You won't escape.
Okay. I would just need a brand new personal best. On this category. On this V-Hard too. Get this personal best. And you know, with a 14-second Lakitu, that is definitely off to a good start. And the time I would need for a sub 30 run is 7... Oh, I can't. I'm too busy chaining to do math. It would be 754. I would need a 754 V-Hard to finish this whole thing in under 30 minutes, which is the goal of the tournament qualifying. There are like no chains here. Ah! No thoughts head empty here. Okay. That's whatever. I'm not expecting miracles on this run anymore. Grind out these quick stages and get out of here with a decent time, and that will have me feeling kind of fine headed into qualifying, although this stage is really not doing me favors. It's fine. This is fine though. Okay, I've proved through my numerous tournament appearances that I don't have to warm up a whole bunch in order to crank out a fast time in tournament play. I can literally sit in commentary for 2 to 3 hours straight And then when I am called to the stage, I can just step up and throw down some good times. So really, I'm not, the only reason I'm practically doing this warm-up is just to allow people to funnel in and watch all of the sausage being made. Oh, on the stack raise. Whoa! There we go. Woo! That is not a sight you will see very often. You saw a raise to the opponent dying. You saw them going for a 5 combo instead of taking the simple out. Man, there is a lot to talk about in that clip, dude.
Dude!
That is another stack raise that is not doing Raphael the Raven particularly well. It still led to something good. Okay. Okay, well, these foes really don't know what they're doing at the end of the day, dude.
Dude!
Barely gone through one run and there might be like 3 clippable moments. Oh, that's not enough. Uh-oh. I need this to fall. And really? Golly. Practically the last possible frame. Last possible fraction of second. Oh, unfortunate. Ugh. Did not have enough to top them off. This. Okay. Okay, so I got a minute to finish these next 2 stages to hit the sub 30 goal. Let's see. If I were to take a risk, take a chance, and make a change, is that gonna be enough? Oh, that does not have a chance to do it. Dang. And a chain in the second tier. That's really gonna do a number on my hopes of this run being any decent. Good lord. I mean, not. I don't need that 4 chain. That 4 chain might have. No, it's fine. No, the 4 chain was fine. Kamek just continued to. Just continued to go off, and That extra garbage ended up being enough.
Keep on trying.
You know what? I think I will. I think after the first break coming up, I think I will keep on trying. Just do a little more. Warming up. Before proceeding to the actual qualifying. Because man, if I'm playing V-hard like this, well, 19 times out of 20, it's not gonna be good enough. I think last week's tournament kind of showed the 1 out of 20 instance. And done.
We're awesome.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine-ish. Yeah, I kind of would like to be done with the whole thing in under 30 minutes, but as far as the qualifying stage goes, I get 2 tries at that. So if one run goes south, I can leave it to another run to pick up the slack. And I think as far as picking up the slack, I will do just that with another practice run. But Twitch needs to pay some bills because they're losing money on the site. So guess I'll do what I can to pay some bills. So Twitch dudes, I'll be back in about 2 minutes. And one for Jenny and the Wimps on YouTube. Throw on some music. Oh boy. Oh boy, I need to get up. I need to get going. Oh. Sitting and recording video hasn't worked well for me in the long term. Uh-oh. Oy. Oy. Walk around, get loose, have a stretch break, disappear, background, and relax somewhat. And when I'm done, I will work myself into the foreground, a thing coming from the swamp. I will admit, dudes, that is something I'm not going to be able to do with a physical green screen. So, if I do go for a physical green screen, if you want me to have one so bad for the quality of the stream, you're more than welcome to go to my throne.com page and grab it for me, so that way I can actually get off my ass and do stuff. I wonder if I can. I'm gonna try a little experiment here before I go back to the runs. I want to try I want to try some sort of something like I can some sort of command out of. I don't know. Can't think of it right now. I'd like to think that I want to try and set it up so that way every time I make a plug to one of the websites that I have for supporting the channel. Like if I say throne.com, I could have that automatically populate a chat message with a link to the throne.com, my throne.com link. Goes to my wish list of things I want to improve the stream with. Wish I could like speak those links into existence, but I am not capable of working that out with the tools that I have. So I'll have to figure that out another time. Alright. Let's get back to the attack. The attack on Tetris. Why did this have to have the Tetris name? Why couldn't it just stood on its own 2 feet? Guess there was already a puzzle game called Yoshi by this point. Oh well. Alright. Next run. Right.
Play with me.
Maybe I can start this off with a better easy mode. Let's do this. Surely that will be enough. That's still a 17, even with a little garbage clear? Okay. Okay, that will do just fine. Alright, fan artists, get to work on that. Attack on Yoshi. Would anyone want to see that? Would sooner want to see attack on Tetris before attack on Yoshi, I guess. Ah, what am I doing here? I'm not seeing a good way through this. A long time to get going. I'm practically required to send 5 chains to these foes on easy mode just to make sure I get the prerequisite amount of garbage. These foes almost always need 7 lines of garbage to go down. Why was I thinking that was a good idea? That's gonna get my garbage cleared, isn't it? Ooh, should have been. I should have been punished for that. You're just not gonna be able to send small garbage to these foes and expect decent success to come out of it. The only way I think that would work was the 8 combo that I made immediately afterwards. That's the only way that worked for under 20 seconds. Let's see. Should be a green underneath this. No, there's not. I don't remember these. I don't remember these individual stages as much as I like to think I would. Play these games long enough, you will start to memorize specific stage layouts. That's why I was able to come up with some sort of method of real-time RNG manipulation. Is why I have a semi-repeatable way of beating Lakitu on the hardest difficulty in 8 seconds. Let's see here. Sure. Probably not that well advised, but oh, that kind of had some combo separating shenanigans there. That's not something that normally happens on easy mode, or in any mode in this game, really. Not when combo garbage wants to get glued to the chain garbage that you make. Do that. How does that look? And that will do for 16, okay. Okay, sub 6 is on the table. Okay, just give me a quick thing I can work with, and that's kind of quick enough. Really? That was rude.
I told you so.
One garbage clear away from sub 6 minutes. Dang. Alright, that is fine though. Probably look at my stream
I told you so.
previews to confirm that I'm resetting these levels at the proper time. Probably help if my YouTube preview didn't lag so far behind. I probably needed that. Didn't matter, because there was a garbage clear right there the entire time. Well, you will. By the way, as far as Christmas festivities went, anyone got any leftovers. That they are working on. Because I've got a fridge full
You
of...
have been infected with the freak.
Where'd that come from, Mint? Get out of here. I've got a fridge full of... Let's see, I've got turkey. I've got ham and cheese scalloped potatoes. I've got... I think there are some like pies made with Kool-Aid mix still laying around somewhere. Got mashed potatoes and gravy. A bunch of leftovers I'll be grazing on over the next few days. My mother loves to overcook. And I love to overeat, which is like half the reason, most of the reason why I'm still like this. Alright, under 15 seconds. Nice, nice. A lot of people had festivities with other family. At least as far as our family was, our extended family was always concerned. There was always some dibs being put on leftovers. So just so that grandma wouldn't have to clean anything. Oh, I sent that too fast. Really? So I can't remember the last time. I can't remember the last time I actually had some sort of celebration at a relative's place. I'm not sure. Now that you think about it, I'm not sure if I have. Done that in my entire adult life. Sounds sad on the surface, but I tend to not get too emotionally attached to people. Why did I do that? Okay. Really? Sure, let's go with that. Okay, so sub 6 is off the table for normal mode, which that's world record pace, so I think I would have been on something crazy if I had pulled a sub 6 on this level. Please. Nah, that was never happening. Dang it. That was never happening. Okay, and then...
I told you so.
Dang, 6:30. Normal, even with that Kamek. Kinda crazy. If this run does go somewhere, I'm gonna want to analyze those transitions.
I told you so.
I always concern myself with possibility that I am resetting a bit prematurely. Come on. Because resetting prematurely would invalidate the entire run, don't you know? In the tournament qualifying, setting carries a very harsh penalty. I think I set the penalty in 1 minute. It takes like 15 seconds to reset to get back into the level select. I didn't want that 4 chain, but I probably needed it. Who are we kidding? Alright. Let's see, let's grab this down here. That's probably as good as I'm gonna need it. Right into a garbage clear, of course. Oh well. Really can't win them all, dudes.
Dude!
Let's see. Thought I did something snazzy there. Just didn't get the timing right. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, a little slow burn to the top of that stage. As soon as I sent the attack, Froggy's fate was sealed. Although, I'd rather get that executed just a little bit sooner.
What the hell?
Still a 12 though. With that garbage clear, that's still a 12. I need to redo my point redeems to just like play whatever clips at your discretion. Because I physically cannot have a redeem for every single clip that I would want to play. Every sound I would want available. Twitch does not have enough slots for that. So in a perfect world, I would just have a redemption for just one redemption for every sound, and then have every sound tied to an emote. Whether I use Frankerface Z or 7TV or whatever popular extension cool kids are using these days. Frankerface Z was the option created by speedrunners for speedrunners years ago. I think the speedrunning community as a whole has gotten a bit too fragmented to maintain that sense of community. Okay. Good? Alright, pretty good. Alright, this hard run has slowed down considerably over the past handful of stages. So, I might be losing 20 seconds on this segment. That would still give me good runway to make a good push for an overall PB, although after this Kamek, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. I am fumbling the bag at the worst moment. I think I should have the wiggle room to just barely get 8 minutes and get the job done. Alright, that Bowser helped. That Bowser helped a lot. So I will ride that momentum into hopefully a good enough V-hard.
I told you so.
Which should only need a 740. To get this personal best. There we go. That's the start I need. That is most certainly the start I need. 12 seconds a stage would be a crazy, unbeatable time. I'm not getting 12 seconds a stage for that performance. Okay, that's fine. Even 15 seconds a stage would be a little bit unheard of. 648. Safe to say that is not a personal best that is currently on my mantle. So, it'd be cool to maintain that kind of pace, but that generally doesn't happen. Generally have to be trying to manipulate the run in order to make that a possibility. That will do. That was always going to happen. It was always gonna hurt me. It was always gonna make me cry. Okay, you've proven yourself, Wiggler. Now get out of here. Crying out real loud, you really can't win with this game, dude.
Dude!
Let's see. I think that will be enough. Ah. Garbage clear was always right there. Again. At least the garbage separation was there and was able to speed that up a little. Yeah, I can get away with it with a V-hard time of 7:43. And improve my overall personal best. Although if Blarg is going to get a 3-chain off of garbage, it's not gonna end all that well for me. Crying out loud. Do not need that right now. This is the worst time to have this right now. That was not right. That's not enough. That will be. That's fine. It's fine. Funny enough, if Gargantua Blarg were a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I think he would be classified as a fiend. The only reason I could be any certain of that is because I'm pretty sure people would consider Blarg as something that already exists in Yu-Gi-Oh! That card's called Lava Golem. Man, this V-hard's getting out of hand. Not only am I losing track compared to my personal best, I'm also losing track compared to the Twitch clocks. Really? Row 3? Really taking me down to row 3 for that one. Sheesh. So yeah, I'm not only fighting
You're wasting my time.
to get this personal best, also fighting the Twitch ads to hopefully not get preempted by them. Get that down, and fine. Alright. Alright, the category personal best is off the table now. Heart has not been treating me nice. Make do like this. Wow. Kamek is just not letting me have it at all. Wow. Crying out loud. Alright. Twitch, I need to make you take a quick snooze. For that. Goes down. Alright, decent Bowser gets me the goal. How about it, game? How about we make it happen? Nope.
That's no good.
Really?
We're awesome.
Crying out loud. Oh, the cave section really mucked up that run there. Run came to live or die at the end. It actually died at the end. Dang it. Well, almost there. Almost there. Like, we really do have no one here who wants to potentially join me for qualifying shenanigans. So let me go ahead and take a break here and set up some qualifying shenanigans of my own. Hey, hold on, did I even set up this grab tap page? I'm not sure I did. I don't think I set it up to do anything. I should probably disable that. Let me see if I can. I looked into it to see if it was worth anything, and it's asking you to play a bunch of slop games in order to gain currency. For redeeming what, like you remember what you unlock with those points, so yeah, let's not do that. Yeah. Now let's make sure that's not playing ever again, because I'm probably never going to make use of that kind of slop. Alright then. Okay, had to deal with the little bit of an issue there. So yeah, let me take a little break and then get some qualifying started. Watching on Twitch, dudes. I will see you in 3 minutes. And one for Jenny and the Wimps on YouTube. Alright. Time to stretch. Then time to get comfortable. Also, some water bottle crushing ASMR. I'm gonna probably make some time tomorrow to catch up on my YouTube shorts. Ugh. Oh, there it goes again. Oh. Oh man, sitting down for extended periods of time is not comfortable, dudes. Oh wait. I will say this is kind of a neat effect. It's kind of neat. My virtual green screen can't make up its mind on what background. So I can like disappear just like this. Disappear like this. No idea what I'm doing back here. Theory, you should have zero clue as to what I'm doing behind the curtain. Might be able to guess from the lack of sounds what I'm not doing. Never know. Absolutely no clue. Things I can do back here that a non-green not allow me to do. I can have all the fun back here that I want, dude. I could go all Johnny Somali if I really wanted to, and no one would ever see a thing. Be like Octodad. And nobody suspects a thing. Silly. Alright. We're getting back to things, so let's get some normalcy back. And here we go, dudes. It is qualifying time. So let's go over the rules. We'll wander over to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Discord server, into their qualifying chat, and I will post my intent. Qualify with a link to the Twitch channel that I am qualifying on. Wabam. Then I get 2 hours to clip and ship a singular attempt of this easy to V hard category, starting with the easiest, going up to the hardest, and trying to make as much progress in those levels within a 30-minute period, ideally finishing the whole thing. As long as I finish the whole thing, I like to think I can get a top 2 or 3 seed, which is all I should reasonably care about. So, all of that squared away. As soon as my camera will cooperate, a hard reset of the console. I haven't done that yet tonight. Let's really refresh the RNG. And away we go.
Play with me.
One shot, one kill. Oh, of course I double tapped that, and of course I needed that extra line. And of course Lakitu got to it. Let's see, the run's just started. That should have kept the time, I think. And if it hasn't, I will review that later. Now we got Lorelei on the screen. I only need this 5 chain because the combos were a bit bleh. Alright, it's fine. Right, sure can't win them all. Oh, a lot of my garbage fell down early. My combo garbage fell down early and still led to a 14. I guess anything that can get these opponents to stop moving is something I should consider playing around with. Of course, got to that garbage clear. Oh well. Oh well. Lorelei is definitely apropos for this game. You really can't win them all. This feels like a look I have seen before. Ah, really? Still managed to get to that garbage clear. You know, all these garbage clears add up. Like, all these 20-second stages will lead to times that I would not be happy to have in a race setting. Gonna block that. Case. Case the early drop of the garbage would have led to a clear. It does kind of like cut down on the ceiling of how far these stages can go. Oh, really? I'm bad. Of course, one more line. Just like not get random chains. I really do not have time for this, dude.
Dude!
But this is just the first session of the qualifying, so if this goes poorly, I do have a second shot. To clean this up. Probably needed that. Definitely needed that, and it still was not quite enough. Okay. Okay, this is floating to be around 620-ish. I would probably guess 626. The way run's been going. And okay. Not bad. Not bad. We'll wait a little bit longer than usual to make sure that I don't reset prematurely. One thing I'll also make sure of one day is to re-enable the sounds. Every time you update Windows, it wants to reset the settings on all of the sound devices. How about those apples? Alright, that should be enough for 13. Cool. If I had sent that any earlier, I think Bumpty was going to make the vertical match instead. Yes? This extra line just in case, but didn't need it. Didn't need any of it. Alright. 13 second stages will go pretty long way in normal mode. I really do need to do the math on what times you can get with various seconds of averages. I only know them for hard and V-hard just from years and years and years of playing that many stages. Yes, you might be able to tell from these splits, or maybe some of the splits I load for individual levels, I don't play the individual levels as much. Yeah, I did get that fork chain in time. Didn't even have enough. Oh well. Still looking at like a 6:30ish pace. Why did I do that? You're having 8 combo in a 2-chain because I'm bored. I am bored. Had nothing better to do there. Also notice I haven't done a single 10-second or less stage tonight. Is that enough for you? That 8 combo will make it enough. No, didn't matter anyway. Didn't matter anyway. Alright, next up. This in so I can make use of this. Okay, I cleaned it up decently well, but garbage. The combo output was a little lacking. 435-ish cave entry. Still good for something decent. Why did I do that? Why did I think I was gonna get to that in time? Crying out loud. I'm definitely playing worse. Really? Oh. Man, I was certain I did not have the... I was certain I did not have the endurance these games I used to have, but holy... I am just getting worse and worse with how long I can go on. How am I supposed to satisfy anyone with this relative lack of endurance? His opponents sure don't care. 635 is, well, no, it's gonna be like 640. Never mind, it's not even going to be that bad. Really?
Great job.
Okay. I mean, I'm technically ahead. It's all I can reasonably ask for. I guess being ahead is fine. Means I can give myself a little bit of wiggle room.
Great job.
In V-Hard. Not by much, though. That was not particularly satisfying. You're not. That's not gonna be close. Sheesh, row 3 on the whack. Ugh. Ugh. On hard mode, that is certainly barf-inducing. Here we go. That feels a little better. Alright. Getting 13-second hard times. That will certainly work great. Why did I do that? Still a 13, but I could have, probably should have extended that chain. Make sure I had enough, because I did fall a little bit short. I don't know if that's enough. Okay. Okay, it was barely enough. I can't keep track of how many lines of garbage I'm sending all the time. Apparently bad at it. Okay. I need this 5 chain. Have a 10 combo. Jeez, look how low Froggy's getting. Holy. Holy. Holy Crush Frog. 10 lines on hard mode. What the hell are we doing?
What the fuck?
Okay. Take this. That is probably not ideal. Why are you still here, sir? I defeated you at the end of the last tournament. I was supposed to beat you up last month. Last week. So the last monthly. Whatever. Whatever, I'm not in a... I'm not in 100% state of mind anyway. Crap. You get a chain off of that? You should have gotten a chain off of that. Don't know why you didn't let that go like you normally would. Well.
No problem.
See how much of a no problem I have by the time this is all said and done. Sheesh. Hey. What a jerk bird. Let's see, I need a little bit of layering in order to get the lag chain going. A little bit of setup, but a little bit of setup can go a pretty long way. This is actually low-key on sub 7 pace. Don't know if I'm gonna end up doing enough to keep that up, although this might do it. Nice. As long as I don't wet the bed on these next two stages, sub 7 should be free. It's kind of bedwetty. But Kamek was worse. Alright. Alright, Bowser, can you play nice? For 5 seconds. Not even 5 minutes, just play nice for 5 seconds. And...
Great job.
that is playing nice. That's a sub 7. That gives me a lot of room to play with heading into Be Hard. I can get a mid 8-minute time and still pull this off.
Great job.
Well, let's see here. Oh, that's not enough, 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 not enough. Although, I don't know what I expected to do with Lakitu getting that low. Alright. I have definitely finished good runs, even with Lakitu stages that middling. That is certainly fine. See how much of an effort it's going to take me to get this 8 combo. Try that. And... get some help.
Get some help.
Really? That's not what I need right now. That is so not what I need right now. Can we not? That's kind of bedwetty. Clean it up with a real flurry of combos. Storm of combos, you might call it in this community. Let's see if I can ride that momentum to a few good stages. That's not bad. How about those apples? You like that? You like that, Wiggler? There we go. Man, those combos stacking up nice. I am so good at stacking up combos. The other things that are a bit questionable. And out of position, that's another 15. Alright. Just need to rattle off a whole bunch of those dudes.
Dude!
And then this will work just fine. Let's try to keep the purple up there so I can change my mind on whether I need to have combo. Really? Really? Okay. Okay, well, I certainly did not come into that stage thinking I was gonna need 10 lines. Usually like 7 or 8. Although this stage, probably gonna need closer to 9. Okay, I'm just gonna take whatever garbage clear gonna come with that. And then you should be out of position to get another clear. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, well, this mid-game being this rude is certainly going to put a wrench into things. Oh, can I, like, go crazy here? Not that kind of crazy. So this will be like a 25? 23, okay. Raph would have been working with more stop time. No, this is fine. 3 minutes for the cave stages is not a crazy fast time, so I can definitely make this work. Nice! Okay. Okay. Oh, that was kind of clutch. Sometimes in these late stages, these opponents will get so aggressive with their stack raises that if they don't make the chains that they normally make, they can get vulnerable to some very early top outs. Stop. Just get down from that second tier. No, 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 not now. Not now. Stop chaining. How have I not done enough? What? Okay, what's actually going wrong here? I am not doing enough. Wait. Why? I don't understand this. How did this happen? How am I so woefully short? Dude, where's my trash? I'm rebuilding from garbage? This takes an ungodly amount of time to resolve. How? You're gonna be combo trapped. Look at this, you're combo trapped. That's not supposed to happen in Tetris Attack. Come on. Man. That might need some diagnosis of what went wrong later. Much later. I.e., I'm not doing it tonight. Ugh. Well, I definitely stopped learning how to play Tetris Attack sometime during this cave section. For all I know, this run's not going to count. I'll just do a better run in the next session, which I will take immediately after this. Because I'm not gonna dwell too much on that score. I don't have to bother dwelling on that score too much. Get crushed.
Learn from losing.
Sheesh. I have to destroy some plants in the next run. How about it, dudes?
Dude!
Okay. Let's go through the reporting process. Go ahead and pull it up here. Okay, this might it. Here we go. I can just go back through my previous formatting. Copy paste in here. Number 1 of 2. And it looked like I finished off Piranha Plants at 29.50, but there are quite a few things I will need to confirm. I'm gonna blow this up full screen for me to look at these things most closely. Let me make sure I start the timer competently. Alright, so this 141.11 timestamp here, let me pay attention to that because after about a minute into this run, there was a request to change the timer look, and that did pause the timer on screen for a little bit as the new theming was loaded in. I think Live Split was properly tracking the time, but I will need to make sure take a double check of this timer at the 1 minute mark. Alright, that's probably fine then. Not the button I wanted to press. Get this out of here. I'll just bring up some other music. So the timer did keep when the timer theming was loaded. So I'm no longer worried about that. Now for the end of easy. If I prematurely reset, it's a 1 minute penalty. I have a tool to slow down video more easily than I can with the Twitch player. And that reset is good. Now for the end of normal mode. Was not playing particularly nice. And we fade to white. Start fading to black.
I don't think so, Tim.
As long as that fade to black starts, that is good for starting at the next level. Man, did this hard segment end nice. Boy, did the end of the hard segment play nice. Why can't I get that on every hard run, dude? And alright, that one's clean. I think I should probably like tweak and clarify that rule to like specify that all of the like it has to the fade to white has to finish before you can reset. You know it finishes when all the in-game graphics disappear. So okay, what? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna back up. I am gonna back up to this Piranha Plant stage. How poorly did I start this off? Because I had like a 6 combo setup over there. I thought I had the chain set up. Oh, of course I swap out of that. And oh boy, oh no. Okay, this is when I need to be restarting the attack. I thought I was just trying to spam one more line. The combo spam was bad here, and I've left myself with too low of a stack. I think I'm just one line short the entire time, and I'm just trying to get the last line. This was completely undisciplined on my part. I just needed to start a new chain here. And there was a nice little 9 combo in the 4 chain that plant did to clear out a lot of space. Oh yeah.
Space!
Yeah, very undisciplined. The win. did Plant finally succumb to this combo trap, which, like, never happens in Tetris Attack. It was 29.55. I don't think anyone will gripe with the tenths out of this. This will not matter in the grand scheme of things, because 99% likely to do better than this. This was an aberration. 2 minutes on a single stage is an aberration. That does not happen often. Sheesh. Crying out loud. Okay. That's gonna be the entire highlight. I will publish that. I will copy the link. Paste that into the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Discord server. In the reporting channel. It. And with that submitted, I am now free to start another session. And I will go ahead and start another session right after this. So, if you're on Twitch, dudes, I will see you in 3 minutes. And one for Jenny and the Wimps on YouTube. Else I can add. I wonder, I haven't messed with my kick. Dashboard very much. Apparently there's like a reward? Request thing you can do on Kick? What even... That's related to drops? Oh yeah, because Kick wants to be Twitch Junior and copy all of Daddy's work. They're enabling drops for various games related to in-game loot. So far, the only game it's compatible with is Rust. I don't know what would have to happen to have me play Rust, but probably not gonna happen on this channel for a long time, dudes.
Dude!
probably get up and stretch, phase into the background one more time. We're moving on. Session 2. Gotta do some more stretching exercises. I've been trying to walk on my treadmill for at least 45 minutes a day during. Very slacking off on that. So legs are not as loose as they need to be. Alright, run through the song and dance again. Everything's loaded. Alright. It is time for session 2, dudes.
Dude!
So, let's get into the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Discord server and run that back. Intent were declared. Now I have 2 hours to do a run and clip it and ship it. Another hard reset of the console. That did me like fine enough last time. And here we go with the final qualifying. Coming at you right now.
Are you ready?
And you know what, Lorelei? I think I am ready. I should have... Oh, I thought I was gonna have to dodge the... I thought I was gonna have a garbage clear to dodge, and for all intents and purposes, I probably should have had one to dodge. Let's see. I'll just go with that. Just assume I'm gonna have to make 5 chains to keep these foes topped off. It's whatever. Really is just whatever and oh well with this game. Like, I'll do my thing and then whatever happens, happens. Figured I was gonna need one more line, but I was very not sure where that line was coming from. Fortunately, Poochie was not ready. What next? Go ahead and set up a nice little 6 to 5 deal. Get this 8 combo in. That should be all I need. Oh, okay. I thought the timing was good. It was just a little too early. Like, unless you're super fast with the lag chains, sending garbage early is not to particularly great benefit here. There's a rhyme and reason to how these foes operate, and more or less easy mode has been kind of figured out in that regard. Not that I will remember how to do it every time, but if you are paying enough attention to the opponent at this level, you can get in some sort of consistent timing on them. And you're gonna get those reds in time, aren't you? Okay, no, you're not. You really do have to start thinking next level with easy mode. Considering how hard it is to optimize. And again, sending early doesn't benefit you as much as you think it would, because you're exposing yourself to more garbage clears. There's a specific timing that you really need to operate with these foes. And to some extent, you cannot speed them up at all. And that one worked out about as well as it was going to. Look at this! You're down to row. You were about to go down to row 2. Okay. Okay. There was no playing around that at all. There was nothing I was going to be able to do. I am not inhuman enough to get that garbage down faster. Give that a shot. And there we go.
Job.
Okay, that ended fine. And I will most gladly take a 604. It's gotta double, triple check my reset points, so that way I do not
Great job.
incur a 1-minute penalty. That would be low-key very devastating. Alright. At least the timing isn't as huge a concern on normal mode, as these opponents are just going a mile a minute anyway. They're just gonna get to whatever they want anyhow. And if the stages take 16 seconds each, then so be it. Let's do this. Well, how about we don't do that, Kawaii? Well, is that gonna be enough? It will be. Oh, Poochie needed to take his sweet time. All in all, a fine start. I need that because the combos are very bad. Gotta try, make some sort of effort to count garbage as you're making chains. That's a skill that's taking a long time to develop. Boy, was I, like, down bad for something to start that. Didn't even start that with a combo. I would rather get something started quickly than... Ideally, I would get something started quickly rather than take my sweet time. Alright, that will get the purples separated enough to keep that to 15. Very good. Very, very good so far. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of just at the mercy of these opponents getting garbage clears. A lot of times these normal opponents will just get the clears no matter how you time the attacks. Try that. Oh, that should be a 15. Yeah, 15s are fine. 15s are definitely fine, especially when I'm in a trying to simulate a bit of a race situation up against the clock. Kind of like racing ghosts here. I didn't need all those 4 combos. Still 15. So I cannot complain. Normal world record is out of reach though. But this should still... come off very impressive. And there's another 15. Okay. Am I looking at like 610? Normal world record's going to pass before this countdown finishes. That's how absurd the time is. Wow, why are we down to row 2, dudes?
Dude!
Why are we down to row 2? Why are we chaining off garbage? Second tier chains, what the hell are we doing?
What?
Really?
Great job.
Alright, Einstein, what do you want me to do with that? Cheese and crackers. Crying out loud. Now for hard mode.
Great job.
And that enough? No. I was trying to send things incredibly fast though. Trying to get these down to 6 lines. It's kind of hard to do with just 3 chains though. Ugh, that's not good. This hard mode's not gonna go anywhere. Way this is going. Hey, Poultryman, what's up, dude?
Dude!
Hopefully festivities were good for you. They were not particularly good for my digestion, but I sure did eat. Everything else was nice and comfy cozy though. I do tend to like my holidays just quiet, not filled with so much people. Yeah, I've kind of like gone beyond the desire for so many material presents. I don't get gifts nowadays. Because there's just not too many things I would want that other people could get me. I'm impossible to shop for. Really? This blarg is impossible to plan for. Gonna get chained in the second tier? What the hell are we doing?
Huh?
Yeah, this hard mode's looking like a mid-7 mid affair, the way this is going. Try that. Oh, no, you're gonna get to that. Ugh. Man. Ollie. Honestly, the next thing on my list to get for things to like semi-splurge on would be actually a used Sega Genesis and a flash card for the Sega Genesis. Because there are definitely a few runs that I want to do on that console. There are plenty of games that I found myself connecting with in my youth, and there wasn't really any cartridges I went out and bought. And I think the only cartridge I physically had as a kid was the pack-in title that came with my Genesis. It was NFL 1995, based on the Joe Montana NFL football franchise. I was kind of a late adopter to all of the early game consoles pre-Nintendo 64. Oh, what do you mean you got to that in time? What do you mean you're still here? Get out of here. The only games I got to enjoy for the Sega Genesis came from the Sega Channel, which was a means of downloading games to a custom flash cart via broadband cable. So I did that to play games more so than actually renting new ones.
Yes, keep it up.
I was quite a poor kid. The argument can be made that I am still poor now, simply because I have to take on a whole bunch of debt.
Great job.
To afford a house. Why did I do that? This is definitely not the time to be having these kinds of technical difficulties. Technical difficulties within my brain. Why did I do that? So yeah, if it was on the Sega Channel service, I played it as a kid. And that included more than a few Sonic the Hedgehog games. Pretty sure I played Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And Sonic and Knuckles, yeah, more or less. I have had a desire to speedrun like one or two Sonic games. I even got the Steam version of Sonic Adventure 2 to do runs of that one day. That was pretty neat. Woo! I got rewarded for some swag! A catch in midair! Ended up being just what I needed. Ooh, it's the first time tonight, dudes.
Dude!
That's a 10.
That top note, that cream, pure vanilla, sweeteners. That's a 10.
Took long enough. Oh yeah, Mean Bean Machine was a staple on the Sega Channel. And I would play the snot out of it every time it came up. Because there was a rotation of games to be consumed every month. It was not always the same lineup. So you had a month to play whatever games the service gave you. And once the game was taken off the rotation, it didn't tend to come back for quite some time. So there were like 3 games from my youth that I strongly associate with the Sega Channel that I took the time to play every month. It was Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. It was Tiny Toons Acme All-Stars, a sports game based on Tiny Toons characters. And Dick Vitale's Awesome Baby College Hoops. It was a college basketball video game that a coach turned basketball commentator that named Dick Vitale lent his name to, and it was kind of whack. It tried to do some sort of isometric perspective or something along those lines. No, I'm thinking of a different game. No, it tried to do a basketball game where it was like purely a behind the back view. So the player you're controlling would always well no, it wasn't always behind your back. It was always behind the back of the person controlling the ball. So it was a very disorienting playing experience. It really took ages for me to get competent at it. Oh, I'm really having to take some chances to get back into this. Okay. Whew. All right. All right. Some chances are gonna have to be taken in order to get this under 30 minutes. Something like this. Please. Running out of chain here. Ah! That's gonna do it. I can't beat Bowser in that time. Ah, man. That was like 29:37, beating Kamek. Ah, that stinks. That V-Hard was not going particularly well. I haven't been playing V-Hard particularly great all day. So, this felt inevitable. Try this. Let's put some swag on the end of this. Nope, found a chain. Finding a 5 chain. That's all he's gonna find, right? Okay.
Learned from losing.
Ah. Oh well. Yep, V-Hard was just not good for me today. Kind of similar to last week's tournament in that regard. Oh well, I should still be fine for a high seed. And with that, I will go into my video producer. Highlight on the current broadcast. And I believe it was 29:37. That was the time to beat Kamek. But I will go confirm that. So, go through this video and confirm when this all started. Mark the start of the video. This looks right. Alright. Here's the start of my session. Alright, timer started competently. Now for the end of this easy run, time to check the transition. Sure, everything fades out. And that's good. Normal segment was very good until this comic happened. Sheesh. Now this... That transition's clean. And there was like a couple of very questionable stages at the end there. Really messed me up. So now for the hard transition. And clear. Double check background is clear. Alright. Well, I thought it was 2937 that I cleared Kamek at. Slow it down and make sure. Yep, 2937. No question about this one. Alright. So that should be the confirmed time, but Beefin will go and confirm that later. Now for the end of the video. And that is the end of the video. So, that copy the URL and paste it into the score reporting channel in Discord. Alright. At least I improved on the first run. That first run was a cluster. Yeah, I'm gonna be like reminded to never look at that piranha plant ever again. So get out of here,
Dude!
get out of here.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now, apropos, because there's a VTuber clipper that uses that exact clip as an outro. I'm about to do my outro here. Well, that is all my qualifying I'm going to be able to do for the Lungefish Open. We'll see whether or not, I imagine either FFR Pro 21 or the Beefin 314 will be able to finish in the allotted time. They will certainly take higher seeds. But hopefully, everyone else that's watching can tune in to the Lunchfish Open when it happens next weekend, or maybe play along with us. Why not? Definitely welcome any sort of company we can get. Now if you'll excuse me, dudes, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back into my bunker and record gameplay clips, assuming I don't get too distracted by YouTube videos. That's gonna do it for me for today. Until next time, everyone, be decent to each other. Later, dudes.
Dude.